Welcome back to another video, man. Continuing 24/7 mode. We're on the way to Cyber Sunday and Survivor Series. Oh shoot, I didn't read the thing. Well, coming around.
Cyber Sunday is just 6 days away. Boomer Sooner, everybody. It's Jim Ross alongside Jerry the King Lawler at ringside. And tonight, the champ sends a message to the allies of the #1 contender.
I'll give him credit for asking for this handicap match, but he still hasn't gotten the title belt back.
And you can only imagine the frustration building in the champion.
Fine. He's angry. I get it. The question is, what's he going to do about it?
These two have backed up the #1 contender for the past several weeks. Tonight, they face the champion in a handicap match.
And if the champ gets...
The sound is bugged.
You think you
And would you look at who's coming to ringside? The #1 contender, who is illegally in possession of the championship belt.
Yeah, well, after this Sunday, he might be its rightful owner.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Especially if his guys
Absolutely
do a
not.
number on the champ tonight.
Those who have talked to him backstage report that the champion is seething about the theft of his title belt.
I'm not surprised. I can't imagine anything more disgraceful than going into a title defense without the championship belt.
Twist of Fate.
Welcome to Raw, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming to you live tonight from
I should have just cheated and paid Triple H
North
in the Metro.
Carolina.
We should have booked this show for an outdoor arena, JR, because Raw's gonna blow the roof off this place tonight.
You're not kidding, Keith. Raleigh is Raw country for sure, and these fans are in for the night of their lives.
Raleigh, North Carolina. Been there so much times.
Oh no, this is terrible. You can't let your opponent feel this good.
Wow.
All I can say is someone's
That move
been
is
eating
bug,
their vitamins
bro.
and saying their prayers.
Oh God, that move
He's
is
climbing the
bug.
turnbuckle. What's he up to? I think it's pretty... Oh boy, this looks like an all or nothing move.
I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just...
Oh boy, the adrenaline is pumping.
You serious? I lost all my finisher because you reversed it.
It can't end like this. Come on, do something quick. His opponent telegraphed that one.
Look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat. Oh, sure. Now the fans start to cheer for him. Now that he's in the driver's seat,
Come on, King. He's had the crowd behind him all match. And now it's paying off. What a reversal.
Oh, no. I don't like the looks of this.
He's got the fans behind him, King.
Got
and
me
his
tagging with
opponent
Mickey
had better
James.
watch out. Look at this. Look at this. You talk about a house of fire. You're seeing it right here. Yeah, you're putting a lot on the line when you climb that turnbuckle. This capacity crowd is solidly behind.
Bro, why did it keep reversing, bro? I'm getting finessed on here, bro.
Can you be any more biased, JR?
Damn.
How about some fair and balanced commentary? Climbing up the turnbuckle isn't bad. It's all the ways you could come down that hurt. Looks like someone's heading for the high red district. What does he think he's doing? He's just showing up for the crowd.
Finally, bro.
He's got his opponent in a pinning predicament.
Hit with the Styles
Come
class.
on. You got to stop this guy before he really gets going.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. He's built up too much momentum to be stopped now.
He's a 3 count away from a pinfall. 1, 2.
Of course.
I can't believe he countered that one.
But my stats are gonna be able to make people bleed sooner. Nah, bro. What are you doing? You gonna be able to tag triple 18? Nah, bro.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those.
No! How can the referee allow
I gotta take that
something
move
like
on.
that?
Come on, JR. You know that the referee's health plan doesn't include vision.
That's funny.
This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment.
You got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on SmackDown.
Not on SmackDown or anywhere else. There's nothing else out there that can come close to the excitement of seeing the Raw superstars perform live. This capacity crowd.
He could pin him right here, JR. Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
What are you talking about, King?
Oh,
I
break.
think we could be looking at a pinfall here, folks. 1, 2.
He kicked out? How? He's kicking his ass.
This match is going to continue until someone's completely debilitated. And considering the resiliency of these superstars, that's not going to be easy.
That's for sure. No one in this match is going down without a fight.
And I wouldn't expect any less from them, King.
2.
Like them or not. You've got to respect the
I didn't even let him get a tag in,
of
bro.
each and every WWE
Johnny Nitro.
superstar.
Let's go ahead and destroy him.
Not again.
You motherfucker. Let's go, bro.
What I call a couple of idiots. So much for history repeating itself. Wow, that woman got a great set of knock. Don't say it, King. What? What's wrong with saying knock? Woohoo! The show has just started. Never mind. Okay!
They get another stream deck. I won't do that.
You know, I'm proud of you for doing whatever it takes to get back what's rightfully yours. I mean, just when you think you couldn't impress me anymore, you find a way. You know you've got my support at ringside this week, no matter what.
For the year.
I can't believe you've been given a second opponent
And
on
he
such
has a
short
losing
notice.
record
But
overall.
it doesn't matter. I know you're going to come
And
through just
like
like you
Brody
always
lost,
do.
I think he had a 500 record in the
I'll be right there
Continental
with you to
Classic.
see it.
House of Black just lost a couple weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, against FTR.
Make this a 2-on-1 match, but he'll be seconding the #1 contender here tonight.
The #1 contender's a very resourceful individual, JR. That's what makes him so dangerous.
It seems like the numbers are always against him, but that hasn't stopped him from going after his opponents at every opportunity.
And he's got his belt back, which I wasn't expecting. Now let's see if he can keep it.
CM Punk is cooked. He keep getting injured every freaking show. Cooked.
He's a slippery devil. Look at this. Look at this. You talk about a house of fire, you're seeing it right here.
Yeah? Well, somebody better put out that fire, or this one's not going to end well.
I've had many opportunities to see Carlito up close and in person, and I have to tell you, I'm impressed with what this kid brings to the table.
What's that?
He's all fired up now, King, and I'd hate to be on the receiving end.
I don't think his opponent's got a hope of hurting him now.
This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is
The quickest way to lose a match is to underestimate your opponent.
I don't think he's underestimating anyone, King. I think he's making it clear that he refuses to be intimidated. Look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat.
I think this crowd has decided to exercise the right of free speech.
God bless the First Amendment, JR. What does he think he's doing? He's just showing off for the crowd now.
He's wrestling the match his way, and I think it's going to pay off, mark my words. This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow, could you be any more biased, JR? How about some... Here's the pin! Could this be it? Oh, no. I don't like the looks of this.
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent had better watch out.
I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit.
I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home.
Well, these superstars sure aren't going home until this match is settled once and for all.
You got to respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage is a subject which you happen to be something of an authority. Isn't that right, King?
Come on now, JR. A man doesn't know what true happiness is until he's married. And then it's too late.
You really
I think
missed
this
that. That's
crowd gives
crazy.
These superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR?
The champion has successfully defended his title.
I don't believe it. Talk about overcoming the odds.
And the challenger is absolutely livid.
This is just embarrassing, JR. He's making a complete jackass of himself.
If you ask me, he's been doing it the past several weeks. Ambushing the champion, stealing the belt.
That's all part of wearing the champ down. I understand that. But this is just a temper tantrum.
I don't know if he'll be given another run at the championship after this.
Well, there's no denying his ability, but he's got some growing up to do.
Congratulations, champ. I've got to admit, it took me a little while, but now I finally see what all the fuss is about. I've sent you a little something to remember me by. Give me a call sometime if you want to see more.
Survivor Series is right around the corner, and I need to start assembling Raw's Survivor Series team. There's one superstar in particular who I wanted to evaluate, so I made a match between the two of you this week.
And this man just might be the very best in the business. His preparation for Welcome to Raw, coming to you from the land of the Razorbacks, Little Rock, Arkansas. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
Little Rock can't wait to see the Raw Superstars. This show's been sold out for weeks.
These Little Rock fans know that Raw never disappoints, and tonight is no exception. I can't wait to get started.
What the hell? He's reversing everything.
He's all fired up now, King, and I'd hate to be on the receiving end.
I don't think his opponent's got a hope of hurting him now. Uh-oh. Come on. I don't know where he thinks he's going. This could be a mistake.
How do you hit that move?
You got to respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their...
There's no room for error when you're on the top rope. I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You got to keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill somebody, look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat.
Look at this. Look at this. You talk about a house of fire, you're seeing it right here.
Yeah? Well, somebody better put out that fire, or this one's not going to end well. How can Shawn Michaels keep calling himself the Heartbreak Kid? Does he really think he's still breaking hearts at his age?
King, I'm sorely tempted to say something about the pot and the kettle. But instead, I'll say that I think Shawn Michaels is like a fine wine. He's only improved with age.
He saw that one coming.
I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I know it's a good old Oklahoma barbecue before tonight's show, but I don't think that's it.
His opponent telegraphed that one.
Oh, boy, the adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be... Oh, man, I think we're about to see a high-risk move here.
Flat on your back with your shoulders on the mat is no place to be. Oh, no, this is terrible. You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum.
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers.
Wow.
I don't think these superstars have...
Would you look at that? A blatantly illegal maneuver. That should be a disqualification.
You might be right, JR, but I don't hear the ring bell. This match is still going. Oh, sure. Now the fans start to cheer for him. Now that he's in the driver's seat.
Come on, King. He's had the crowd behind him all match, and now it's paying off.
I don't think that these superstars have even contemplated the fact that they might lose. I'm sure they have.
I can't throw him out the ring.
Attitude you come in with and expect to pick up the win.
You're right about that, JR. If you can't see yourself having your arm raised by the referee when it's over, don't bother showing up. What does he think he's doing? He's just showing off. I don't know if his opponent has what it takes to kick out.
2, 3. This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow. Could you be any more?
Who the hell let these riffraff in? He even brought
W.
the ECW champ. This might turn ugly fast.
No, no, no. We're just here to offer a little challenge. Since ECW is the most dominant brand of sports ever,
It's Mr. McMahon and the WWE champ.
Let me remind you that you are standing in my ring. That makes this ground zero, mister. But you know, your boldness has sparked in me a wonderful idea for Survivor Series. Now the main event will be a triple threat match between the WWE World Heavyweight and ECW champions.
Need to make a story mode with this, but more different storyline. Never to do it. So I changed. There it is. $73.
adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something, quick. It's like he read his opponent's mind.
He's not going to get caught with that one. He's all fired up now, King. And I'd hate to be on the receiving end.
I
I
can't go
don't think
in
his
there.
opponent's got a hope of hurting him now.
Oh, they do. Fuck it.
Oh boy, this looks like an all or nothing move. What does he think he's doing?
What?
He's just showing off for the crowd now.
He's wrestling the match his way. And I think it's going to pay off, mark my words.
3. Well, from
My God, he's using those steel ring steps as a weapon against his opponent.
it's not easy to look at, JR, but that's a great strategy. You've got to do whatever you can if you want to win a match like this.
1.
I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
Look at this. Look at this. You talk about a house of fire. You're seeing it right here.
Yeah? Well, somebody better put out that fire, or this one's not going to end well.
5.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later. And I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule anyway?
It's what you get beat like when you're in the middle of a slobber knock. And if you don't have the guts to stick around, you might run like a scalded dog with a case of the limber tape. You're putting a lot on the line when you climb that turnbuckle. 1.
You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of continuing. There's no off-season in the WWE.
We're not talking about running a ball down a field or slapping a puck into a net. This is serious physical competition.
It sure is. The toughest athletes in the world are on the WWE roster. And that's a fact. 3.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that. Oh, man, this is a precarious position to be in.
And that's why getting a forehead ground into your face is just about the most painful thing I can think of.
Oh, man, you don't want to find yourself hanging off the ring apron if you can help it.
And that's why I can't think of many things more painful than getting a forearm ground right into your face.
7. I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You got to keep moving. No dog ever beats on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King.
Gotta get the coupons.
I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't... It's just 6 days away. Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler at ringside. And can you imagine the pressure our champion must be under?
Part of being the champ is dealing with the pressure, JR. But I don't envy him one bit.
A loss here tonight would rob him of momentum heading into Survivor Series.
But if he puts too much into tonight's match, he might not have enough left in the tank Sunday. Talk about your rock in a hard place.
5, I doubt it, but we'll see. Drive over there right now. You want my 2 phones.
How'd you like to have to face this superstar just before defending your brand's honor in championship at Survivor Series?
Most superstars might take it easy on the champ in this situation, just out of brand loyalty. But I don't think he's one of them.
He looked great last week against Smackdown's champion. A win here tonight would give him a huge amount of momentum heading into the Survivor Series.
Yeah, but he can't go all out tonight. He's got to save something for Sunday. His opponent telegraphed that one. I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think these fans would be disappointed if they didn't go all out.
Well, that's easy for the fans to say. They've never set foot inside that ring.
No, but they spend their
there's a reason why
dollars to watch what
it turned on and off.
decided. And without them, we'd all be out of a job. You're not going to get him with that one.
All's fair in love and war, JR. And I love it when this guy goes to war.
Whoever said that cheaters never prosper certainly never saw this man in action.
Oh, no. This is terrible. You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum.
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers. This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
They sure are, JR, and I love to hear it. So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself if it's all the same to you, King.
Kenny's come so far at such a young age. We could be looking at a future WWE champion right here.
I wouldn't doubt it. Kenny's got decades of He's all fired up now, King, and I'd hate to be on the receiving end.
I don't think his opponent's got a hope of hurting him now. After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE superstars are trained professionals.
And even they don't walk away from every match in the best shape.
They sure don't. We've seen more than one superstar taken out of here on a stretcher.
He's going up, JR. This could be big. Oh, sure. Now the fans start to cheer for him. Now that he's in...
Looks like he's trying for a pin here. 1, 2, 3. Kenny might be one of the youngest super... successfully retained his title.
That match was probably the most nerve-wracking moment of my life, JR.
He took a huge risk. He could have lost his chance to represent Raw in the Survivor Series main event.
Yeah, and not to mention the fact that we could have lost our championship to ECW.
Fortunately, neither one of those outcomes came to pass.
And that's a good thing, because I don't think the locker room would have ever forgiven him.
And now Raw has ECW as an ally in the main event at Survivor Series.
Yeah, if ECW can be trusted, which for the record...
I just had this car detailed.
You're gonna get these hands.
So you think you're too good to defend your championship against my champion? Is that it? I hate one. My car again? Oh, never mind.
Nice work, champ. Man, that went perfectly. I knew you were the right guy for the job. I'm keeping you in mind for similar situations in the future. Stick with me, and I'll make it worth your while. You're so lucky you've got a partner to blame for the match you're about to lose. Not only am I going to prove that I should be the #1 contender, I'm going to prove that I should be wearing championship gold again, not you. Hey, champ. How come you haven't returned any of my calls since Survivor Series? I know that there's some heat and, some tension between us, but business is business.
I totally
You hate leaving money on the
diffused.
table, but if that's the way you want it,
Survivor Series has come and gone, and now we're on our way to New Year's Revolution. This is Jim Ross, here with my Hall of Fame partner, Jerry the King Lawler at ringside, and we welcome you to Monday Night Raw.
And how about that tag team match tonight, JR? The champ versus the #1 contender.
He's not the #1 contender yet, King, but he's determined to prove himself here tonight.
And I'll bet my crown that's exactly what he's gonna do.
You think you
Both
know
of
me.
these men have ambitions of being the #1 contender for a championship opportunity at New Year's Revolution.
They're both great candidates, JR. Matter of fact, I think either one of them would be a step up from who we've got now.
The champion Welcome to Raw, live from Baltimore, Maryland. I'm Jim Ross with Jerry the King Lawler.
I know I say this a lot, JR, but I think tonight's show is going to be the best one ever.
You might be right, King. Of course, the Raw superstars always seem to find a way to outdo themselves every week, and that shouldn't be a surprise.
I feel like we shouldn't even be talking during this match, JR. We should just silently admire the masterpiece.
Look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat. I don't know where he... Like the looks of this.
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent had better watch out. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line. This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment.
You got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on SmackDown.
Not on SmackDown or anywhere else. There's nothing else out there that can come close to the excitement of seeing the Raw superstars perform live. He's all fired up now, King, and I'd hate to be on the receiving end.
I don't think his opponent...
Looks like he's trying for a pin here.
One.
Look at this.
Two.
Look at this. Talk about a house of fire. You're seeing it right here.
Yeah? Well, somebody better put out that fire, or this one's not going to...
For a couple of superstars who got a chance to face the champion, they're leaving in a pretty foul mood.
They both wanted to face the champ one-on-one, not in a tag team match.
Well, those kinds of opportunities aren't just handed out.
You're telling me that neither one of these guys deserves a shot at the champ?
They're both potential contenders, that's for sure. But I think they've got to prove themselves a bit more first.
Come on, superstars of their caliber shouldn't have to jump through hoops like this.